How's it going today, guys? This is David once again from My View, My World, and on today's episode, I'm going over my top 4 tips for all Warframe players. Now, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also check me out on social media on Instagram at myview.art. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at myview1914, and you can follow me on Facebook at myview_myworld. Oh, and one other thing, don't forget to turn on your post notifications. That way you can stay up to date with all the missions as they come out. Now, before we get started, I just want to let everyone know that this list is in no particular order. They're just 4 points that I believe all players should utilize, or if you don't, I believe that your gameplay will truly suffer. Now, to all my special gamers out there, my pro gamers, stay tuned to the very end because I have a special pro tip that I believe will also be very helpful to you. Now, with all that out the way, let's get started on this list. Okay guys, so tip number 1, this is a very simple one and I think everybody overlooks it, so check your Codex. Remember, everything that you need to know about this game is going to be told to you right there. It's going to have the lore of the game, it's going to tell you where certain items are located, and it's going to tell you exactly what you're doing at any given time. So that's where you're going to go to check about your quest that you're on. It's got all the stuff in there for you. Now, just imagine if you're building a certain weapon or archwing or something like that, and you need, I don't know, like some polymer bundles. What planet do you go to get that? What missions do you go on to get that? When you check your resources in your inventory, if you highlight it, the Codex will tell you where all these items are located at. That way you don't spend a lot of time just running stupid missions that's just wasting your time. And if you played this game long enough, you're going to know that there's a lot to do. So you're going to want to utilize your time as best as possible. Okay guys, so tip number 2 is going to be real simple as well. Join a clan. There's lots of clans out there, and I know what some of you players are thinking, like, I only play this game solo, I don't have time to join a clan, I don't have time to just really dive into that. But you're going to need to. There's a lot of things that you're going to run into. You're going to want help finding different blueprints, you're going to want help finding a prime part or something. You never know what you're going to need, and especially once you get into higher up missions, there's going to be some where you're going to actually need help from other players because you're not going to be able to do it on your own. So that's why you're going to want to join a clan. And also, just to utilize the dojo, if nothing else, there's going to be a couple of warframes, a couple of weapons, a couple of components for your lander that you're not going to be able to just go find in the game. You might have to go buy it out the marketplace. If you don't have the platinum to do that, you're going to want to really utilize your dojo. That way you can pick those items up and then just go to your foundry and build them. Now, let's say you really just don't want to join a clan because you just like playing the game solo. Well, that's cool. What you can actually do is start your own dojo, which I think is actually really cool that you can do that. You can find friends that you actually want to play with, or if you have like a brother or a sister or a cousin or something like that, you can start your own private clan and start your own dojo and then start building that up and see how it turns out. You know, the fact that they let you do that in this game is really cool. Okay, now that also leads me on to tip number 3, and that's reaching out to the community. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the Warframe community is very large. The game's been going on for about 6 years now at this point, so there's a lot of people who are really invested in it. And so there's tons of YouTube pages, there's tons of Instagram accounts, Facebook, and just random websites that's just going to have tons of information up there that's going to allow you to play this game way more effective. And I granted that is a lot that you can actually dive into, but you never know who you're going to meet in this game who can actually give you a prime part that you're looking for, or make a certain story mission a little bit easier, because you may not be up to that level yet that you need to be to really take it on. So like I said, really utilize that community, and if you want to, start your own page, start your own friend list in your dojo so you have other people that you can reach out to, so y'all can just go on raids and all types of other missions to really make the game more fun, because it's not always just fun playing by yourself. Sometimes you're going to want to reach out with other people. Okay guys, tip number 4, I feel like this is one of the most valuable ones, but don't stress over platinum. I can't say that enough. When I first started the game, I just thought platinum was going to be something that you're going to run into just a whole bunch. You really don't, unless you're just really into like buying it from the market or trading a lot of players for it. You're not going to get a whole bunch of it. At least that's in my experience. But a lot of times, a lot of prime parts that you're going to get, like prime warframes and different abilities and different just outfits and things like that, you're going to actually have to spend platinum, and that's the premium currency on the game. But you really don't have to worry about it too much, because a lot of the items that they sell you with platinum, you can actually go build it yourself. Like there's different missions that you can run, like relic missions, where you'll go crack those open and you have a chance to get different components to build those prime warframes. I actually have like 3 prime warframes that's sitting in my inventory right now that I'm working on, but I just ran different missions to go collect the components to build them. So just do that. And that's the same for prime warframes, prime parts, prime weaponry. All that stuff like that can be found in relic missions. So just go run a couple of those, find a good crew, and take those missions on. And that way you don't have to stress out about platinum and go and buy things from the market. Unless that's just something you really want to do, you don't have to worry about it. Now, my final tip, and this is to all my pro players out there, so thanks for sticking around to the end. This is going to be real simple. Inventory slots. As you play the game, you're going to realize that you only get so many slots to do different things. Like when you first start, you only get 2 Warframe slots. So I would suggest taking your platinum and actually spending money on those, because I don't think you get another Warframe slot till you hit weapons mastery level 18 or something like that. I'm not really quite sure on that all the way. I'm gonna have to go check on that. But if you want to know the details on that, just leave a comment down below and I'll find it out for you. But yeah, so take your platinum, go buy Warframe slots, and if you're really paying attention to the game, you're gonna run across certain missions like Gift of the Lotus or just different missions where they're gonna offer you a weapon. And once you play the game for so long, and I think like once you get around your first year in the game or like 6 months into the game, they just give you a new weapon. Now that doesn't sound like it's gonna help you out, but the way to utilize that is actually pay attention to it and see when those missions come up. That way what you can do is you can max out your inventory slots for all your weapons. And when you do that, once you complete the mission like the Gift of the Lotus, or you reach that checkpoint in the game for playing for so many days in a row or whatever like that, they'll just give you that weapon. And if your inventory for your weapons is actually all filled, they'll just give you a weapon inventory slot. I got some pictures on it up here that you can see that I ran a couple of Gift of the Lotus missions. They had them going on when I was making this video, and when I did that, once I had my inventory slot filled up and I got the new weapon, they just dropped it into my inventory. So now I got a new weapon inventory slot that I didn't even have to pay for. And that's my pro tip for everybody out there. So just pay attention to when the game is giving away free stuff, and just let the game give you another slot for free. Now take all this information, go out there and utilize it, and become just great players like I know you all can. And I'll see you out there. So take it easy. Peace. See you next time.